I watched The Animals of Farthing, episode 11. Here's what happens. The gang continues their death-riddled journey through a large cabbage patch. Some of the animals complain that they're hungry, so they stop for a quick bite. As Miss Rabbit goes to take a bite out of the cabbage, Fox stops her. Looking serious as all hell, says, "These cabbages smell something ain't right here." Fox investigates the cabbages and says, "You guys see this?" And Toad is like, "See what? There's nothing. Not even caterpillars." Exactly. All these cabbages and there's not a bug in sight? Does that sit right with you? This is some straight up human witchcraft, folks. Buckle up. Nearby, Owl spots it. 2 big barrels of toxic chemicals. She flies back to the group and says, "Get everyone together. I have some really important news." And Badger gets really defensive for some reason. "Don't tell me what to do." Owl explains, "We are standing on poison land. It's in the ground we walk on, in the air we breathe, and in the cabbages. They're deadly." "But why would the humans do this?" "Yeah, why would the humans want a bunch of poisonous cabbages anyway?" "I know this sounds crazy, but they're gonna eat them." "But won't they fucking die?" "Yes, they will. Very slowly." "They're mad." "Alright, I'm getting the out of here. I'm totally creeped out." After hearing this terrifying news that humans had been poisoning cabbages, I decided to reach out to Monsanto, the company that created Roundup, a weed killer that may cause health problems. "Dear Monsanto, I just wanted to reach out and ask you to please stop poisoning the cabbages. Like, what? That's crazy. Anyways, if you agree to stop, I would be happy to do a retro cartoon recap for you. That's really all I have to offer. Okay, Chris." And before I could return to the cartoon, I got a reply from Monsanto.
"Hi Chris, Monsanto here. Sure, sounds like a deal. Can you please cover Captain Planet?"
"Thanks for agreeing to stop with the poisoning of the cabbages. That's really cool. As promised, here is my recap of Captain Planet. Link."
"Hi Chris, Monsanto again. Great video. You seem like a really cool and funny guy. I know this is kinda weird, but I bet we would get along really well. Here's my number if you ever want to text."
"Hey Monsanto, it's Chris."
"Chris who? JK. Glad you texted."
"Me too. Do you want to hang out sometime? You could come over for dinner or something this Friday?"
"Wow, seriously? Yum."
The next thing I knew, it was Friday and Monsanto and I were sitting down for a delicious supper I had prepared. Monsanto was like,
"Thanks so much for inviting me over. Man, that Captain Planet recap you did was so great. I love how you pointed out that he wears a bib."
and I was like, "Thanks, man." And Monsanto is like,
"Oh my gosh, this food is so tasty. What's your secret?"
and that's when I revealed my secret. I was all like, "The secret ingredient is poison, just like how you poison the animals of Farthingwood. You suck." And Monsanto was all like, "Poison, so he died." With my mission complete, I decided to return to the cartoon. So they leave the cabbage field, but the animals are starving. They need to find some food soon. Kestrel spots a nearby town. So under the cover of night, Operation Scavenge commences. They find some nasty garbage fish and some unpoisoned cabbage, and Whistler brings a few loads of food back to the group. Fox accidentally alerts some dogs, so they run for their lives. Fox hops a fence, landing on the train tracks. As the dogs break through and the train comes barreling towards him, Fox has run out of options. He leaps in front of the deadly locomotive and escapes. By the way, please stop asking me to cover plague dogs. These dogs have the plague? That's awful. That's an awful movie. I'm not watching that. Stop asking me to. Back with the gang, they are enjoying the bounty. The anxiety rabbit is munching on some cabbage and he looks out of his mind. Maybe that cabbage isn't poisoned, but that is laced with something. Fox spots some tractors and they are headed towards the gang and are raining poison from the sky. So they all start running for their lives, but the anxiety rabbit trips and tumbles wildly through the air, getting knocked unconscious. As the death machine approaches him, he regains consciousness, but he is paralyzed in fear. The poison rains down on him as he cries in agony. He then pulls himself together and runs away. He catches up to the group exclaiming, I've been sprayed! I've been marked for death!" And then he dies. Badger's like, "Oh, that's too bad." Oh well. Miss Rabbit bursts out in tears at the sight of her fallen husband, and Fox is like, "You're fine, Anxiety Rabbit. If you were a caterpillar, maybe you'd die, but yeah, you're gonna be fine." So the Anxiety Rabbit opens his eyes and he is alive. Nice. What? But the animals still have the problem of starving and being surrounded by poison. But luckily Fox has a solution. They're all gonna go through the f***ing town. So we'll see how that works out. See you next time. Bye bye.